This is PlayerProps.ai. This for winners research. We run it up with every betting tool you know in each perk. Trevor's tested waters help you swim even the feet first. Now strategies and all you need to help you PlayerProps.ai. This for winners research. We run it up with every betting tool you know in each perk. Trevor's tested waters help you swim even the feet first. Now strategies and all you need to help you eat.
Hey guys, it's me, Travis with PlayerProps.ai, and if you haven't won a crap ton of money in the last 2 weeks, then you've been ignoring all the words coming out of my mouth. We are on a crazy win streak. Yesterday we had two trifectas we highlighted on the show. We had the Zach Wheeler over and the Dave Rasmussen under, both pitchers going against each other in the same game. Made Davey the thumbnail player, if you will. Both of them hit yesterday. We are now 5 straight shows of crushing. Again, if you are finishing your days with less money than what you started with, that means you are not paying attention. This is not rocket science. You just have to follow the guidelines. Follow the guidelines, do the bare minimum, apply yourself. We created an app, a website that if you use it as it's built and designed to be used, and you follow the guidelines, you finish with more money than what you started by the end of the month. Every single day is not going to be a winning day. That's impossible in sports betting. But if you follow bankroll management, it accounts for having some days that you lose. Granted, I mean, the last 5 days that we've been doing shows, we haven't, but it's inevitable. This streak is not going to go on forever. We're going to keep riding it regardless. So, if you're new here, welcome. Do the bare minimum. The bare minimum consists of you doing everything that is free available to you for $0.00. You download the PlayerProps.ai free version of the app. Download that; doesn't cost you a penny. You subscribe to this YouTube channel; doesn't cost you a penny. You create a free PlayerProps.ai account on the free version of the app; does not cost you a penny. You get into the free Discord; doesn't cost you a penny. You connect your accounts; doesn't cost you a penny. You start watching all the videos, understanding the guidelines, understanding how to use the tools, which is pretty easy. We created a system that's very easy to understand. All of that doesn't cost you a penny. That being said, let's get to it. Uh, in Malta time, still here for this conference for the rest of the week. It is 8:50 a.m., which I think is 2:50 a.m. for everybody that's probably sleeping while this is being recorded. Um, yeah, we're gonna see what we have here. I think I mentioned on the yesterday's show that I did not get any sleep whatsoever. Good old jet lag. I'm pleased to announce I did actually get some good sleep last night. But I was tired the entire day. Regardless, let's find something that works. If you blindly just not blindly, I don't like using that word. If you do everything that I show you to do, you open the predictor, you go to strikeouts, you change the line to 3, you change the difference to 17, at least 17, and click apply, and you look for exactly what I've taught you to look for the last, I don't know, 365 days, then you don't need to wait for the show to come out. You already know the ones we're going to be looking at because you know exactly what Travis does every time Travis does a show. So I'm pretty positive that, yeah, none of these players have pitched yet today. So I know it was weird yesterday because the time difference. I was seeing pitchers that have already started, so I had to change the day. But I kind of checked that before the show started that these guys haven't pitched yet. So we're gonna find something for the 5-7 Wednesday slate. Wednesday? Yeah. Yes. Making sure we're looking at the right date. But trifecta wise, for the 3 minimum line and the 17 minimum difference, I mean, there's a lot of people that fit this here. Oh, it looks okay. So I see. Okay, so here's the crossover here. So if you scroll to the bottom, you see these guys that have 105. So pretty much we're going to be having to look at 2 different days. Right now it's 8:52. So there are 4 pitchers that haven't started yet that are potential trifecta plays here with Gunner, Kodai, Mitchell, and Soraka. So let me look at 8 here real quick. See if we have anything there for these days. Yeah, and then these are the pitchers pitching for you guys. They're pitching Wednesday night. For me, they're pitching Thursday morning. But Want a quick check here. So Charlie Morton is a trifecta. He's got 1.0 or more difference. Sportsbooks favoring the side. Kikuchi, sportsbooks are not favoring the over, not favoring the over, not favoring the over. So the only person that's pitching for you guys in the United States time zone on Wednesday night, Charlie Morton's the only person that's being considered there. So we're gonna have to keep him in mind. But we're gonna go first to the ones that are not pitching really, really late on Wednesday nights and see if there's anything we like. But if there's not, we could consider Charlie Morton after we look at that. Gunner doesn't have an accuracy, so it looks like this is gonna be his first start of the season. Doesn't have any past data as well, um, except for his previous start. Uh, Actually, no, this is not his first start of the season. That's weird. So yeah, so he looks like he started his first start of the season. He pitched 6 innings, got 7 Ks against the Marlins. But again, that's not a hard thing to do. The Marlins are not a good team. So we're gonna go back. Oh, now it's showing here. That was weird. It was like all NA originally. Um, so yes, trifecta, 6.99, 3.5. Senga, yes, trifecta, 1.5 difference. Sportsbooks favoring. Mitchell Keller, yes, trifecta, 1.15 difference. Sportsbooks favoring. Soraka, no. Wait, oh, sorry, it's an underplay. Yes. So 1 point, was it 1.19 difference? Sportsbooks favoring the same side. So yeah, they're all trifectas on front. One, two, three, four, and then the fifth one, of course, being the nighttime play, which was Charlie Morton. All right. So now let's see which of these teams are having the best matchups. I did mention to you guys, so I'm recording this really, really early on my Wednesday morning. So I mean, if it's 2:55 a.m., you guys aren't going to see this for a while. Um, think by the time you guys wake up and watch this video, the new feature will be added to the site. I think. And the new feature is, I mean, if you watch any show in the last like month, you know that we go to the team trends and we look to see which team is striking out more than not. We're actually adding that data to the screen under the pitchers' names. Should be up by the time you guys wake up on normal Eastern time zone or Pacific time zone. There's like one more tweak we're adding to it, but yeah, definitely looking forward to that. So we don't have to keep bouncing around. But because we don't have it up yet, we're gonna have to keep bouncing around. Um, let's see. Okay, so we're looking for. Let's start with the overs. These three overs here first. So we're looking at Seattle, Arizona, and St. Louis. Seattle, Arizona, and St. Louis. Seattle, Arizona, St. Louis. So we're going here. So we're going over. We want the team that's highest on the rank on the season chart. Seattle, Arizona, St. Louis. Seattle's 11th worst. It's at 11th most strikeouts. And if we go here, St. Louis is the sixth least over the course of the season, and they're actually trending less. And then what was it? Arizona is right below them. They are almost tied for the season average, but they're definitely trending up. They've averaged 10.66 strikeouts over the last three and 10 in their last one. So I'll probably not consider St. Louis for this particular play today. But Arizona trending up is definitely interesting. And then Seattle. Seattle is the 11th most strikeouts, but it's weird. They're the 11th most over the course of the last three. They're definitely like, I think they're the best. Yeah, they're tied for the least amount of strikeouts, but at the same time, their last game they had 9, which is very weird. So it's sexy here in the season, it sucks here the last three, and it's great here in the last one. So in other words, Seattle's all over the place. Um, we'll keep that in the back of the mind, but I don't think we're going to be looking at St. Louis for this one. Just Seattle and Arizona. So we're going to go back. Gunner in play, Senga in play, Heller against St. Louis. Gonna be holding off on that one. Don't really like St. Louis. low Ks, and trending under. Now let's look at Cleveland real quick. We want Cleveland to be really, really low on strikeouts recently because this is an underplay with Michael Soraka. Cleveland under. Let's see what they're doing recently on the Ks. Cleveland is kind of middle of the pack. Uh, trend, yeah, they're in the middle. 17th overall out of 30 teams. They're averaging almost a strikeout and a half more than they have all season in their last three, 9.33. When their last one, they only struck out 6 times over the entire 9 innings. I don't think that dismisses them from being an underplay. Let's see. Let me look at him again. So we're looking at Soraka under. Okay. So this is his second start of the season. So it looks like he pitched here close to opening day against Toronto. 5 innings, got lit up 4 for 4 runs, only threw 3 Ks. Toronto, of course, is not a huge strikeout team either. Um, so he doesn't have much experience. This was his first season coming back, or not first season, his first game coming back from it looks like an injury because I mean his last start was well over a month ago. So I don't have to switch things around on screen. What I'm gonna do real quick is I'm gonna pull up my phone to make sure it was an injury and he just didn't get demoted because he sucks. And if we're going under, so we never go over on a pitcher making their first start in a while. That's a new rule that we have. But okay, so he had a biceps injury. So he had an upper body, he had a biceps injury, his first return. So we can assume that maybe he's on unlimited pitch counts, which is positive if we're going under. 4.5 line. He can still get 4 strikeouts. Guardians again, they I think they average 8. The last 3 was 9.5. But the last game they got 6 over the full 9 innings. He hasn't struck out. He has a 0%, 0% strikeout rate against lefties. So in his one start that he got lit up against Toronto, he struck out 0 lefties. There's a lot of noise happening behind me on the street that my Airbnb is back up to. I know you guys told me in the comments yesterday that you weren't hearing it, but it is much louder today than, than it was yesterday. He has not struck out a single lefty. He's got a 30K rate against righties, but again, he's only versed righties. He's only had 10 at bats against righties, which means he struck out 3 of them, which is where this 3 comes from here. Math, math, ladies and gentlemen. But it is interesting. Coming back from biceps injury, he's not. I don't think he's going to have a long leash. So he's in the back pocket right now. We're going to keep him in the back pockets. Okay. This guy does have a start against the Marlins, had 7 Ks in 6 innings, so they're letting him pitch 6 innings. In his first start of the season, 6 innings is pretty good. You don't always see pitchers getting 6 innings in the first start of the season. Hmm. Yeah, actually, hold on. I'm gonna pull something else up on my phone. I don't, like I said, I don't like pulling. Uh, when I have like an idea in my head, I don't like going all over the place in regards to Las Vegas, Seattle. Just trying to like look for things because I don't want to just have like a million different windows popping up on my phone and you're like, holy crap, what's happening? What is he looking at? So I talk about what I'm looking at without actually making the screen hop all over the place. Okay, so yeah, so I wanted to make sure that that was this season and not accidentally showing us like a random May 2nd start from last season. Yeah, that was 5 days ago. 6 hits, 1 earned run, was off a solo home run, it looks like. So the only run allowed was a solo home run, 6 Ks against the Marlins. And Seattle was one of the ones we were considering as well. So we have a 3.5 is interesting coming off his one start of 7. So the sportsbooks do not have faith in him having strikeout stuff. Let's actually look at his strikeout stuff. limited games. I mean, he's only pitched once. He had 12 at bats against righties, struck out 33.3%. 10 at bats against lefties, struck out 30%. It's very interesting that the sportsbooks have him all the way down at 3.5. We're not considering Keller. We're looking at Senga here. He's had 6 starts this season. 8, 4, 4, 4, 5, 6. So the good news is that he's never struck out less than 4 batters. His line's at 4.5. His projection's at 6. He's gotten six out of 6 starts. He's gotten at least 4. So we're just hoping that he doesn't hook and stick at 4 against Arizona, which again is a strikeout team that we're considering. We look at his strikeout stuff. As I always say, we want both of these against righties and lefties to have 20% or higher. He's got 20.8% and 26% against lefties, so checks that box. I'm going to look at Arizona one more time on the team trends. We have typically the last few days, we've only been doing like 1, sometimes 2. This might be a day where we might look at 3 if there's 3 that we really like. When you go to 3 strikeout prompts, you only need to hit 2 of them to profit. So it allows us to have a miss. Where's Arizona doing again? Yeah, bottom. They were a bottom team overall in the season, but they've been striking out a lot more recently, averaging 10.67 over the last 3, which is tied for third worst. So they're just whiffing a lot. They're tied for third worst in the entire league over the last 3, very close to being the worst. So I'm not too alarmed by their 7.83. And it's not like we're looking at a pitcher that's got like a 6.5 line. It's only got a 4.5 line, which is the average for pitchers. We don't need him to get 6. We don't need him to get 7. We don't need him to get 8. We should him get 5. His last start against Arizona, his last start of the season was against the same team. So he versed Arizona in his last start on May 1st. He versed them again here. He only pitched 4 innings. He got pulled at 4 innings, and he still struck out 6 of them. So that's a pretty good ratio. But now what I'm worried about, so something we're adding to this screen here, if you don't know anything about PlayerProps.ai and how quickly we're advancing and adding new stuff, we add new features and new tools like daily. I just mentioned that we're adding the strikeout ranking things. Hopefully, by the time you guys wake up this morning, something else we're adding to this screen here is we're going to be adding pitch count. So that's something that we're maybe a few more days away. But what I'm looking up right now on my phone is pitch count. He only pitched 4 innings against Arizona, even though he got 6 Ks. His pitch count was 87. So it's interesting why they took him out at 4 innings to 87. Maybe just, I mean, he had 5 hits, gave up 1 earned run. Maybe it's just because he was all over the place. But still, hitting 6 Ks in 4 innings. We only need him to get 5 and hopefully more than that. 6 innings pitched, 5.2, 7, 5, 5. So yeah, so he's got 7 innings pitched against Las Vegas here. I'm more confident the fact that he already struck these guys out 6 and 4, and we just need him to get 5. So the last thing I'm going to look at before we wrap up the show is I'm going to look at that one Wednesday night game. That's for me because I'm a different time zone showing for Thursday. Charlie Morton versus Minnesota. Let me see how crappy Minnesota is recently. Uh, they're in to middle bottom area, averaging 8 strikeouts. They're 19th least, or I guess you could say 19th most. 7.67, so they're trending under for the last 3, but they just strike out 10 times in their last game. I don't think we need to focus on 4 here, but I'm gonna look at them anyway. Yeah. Well, this is just a mess. So Yeah, this guy, I don't like any of this. So it looks like they can't figure out if they want to make him a starter or a reliever. I mean, his first game of the season, second game of the season, first game of the season, 3.1, 5 innings, 5, 2.1, 3.2. Yeah, I don't even need to work. No, there's no consistency with the amount of time he gets on the mound, so we're not going to consider him. So we're going to go back to the earlier Wednesday games, and I think we're going to wind up on. I think we're going to go with the three that we like here. So we got Hog 3.5, Senga 4.5, and then Soraka under 4.5, avoiding the St. Louis trap. It's also interesting to note, again, that Senga just versed this team. In 4 innings, he got 6 Ks. So we're going to do the last part of what we need to do. Do any of these pitchers have better lines on other sports books? Da, 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 da. No, we're not looking at that. Wait, yes, we are. Are we? Oh, 3.5. So that's the same. Senga. Nope. Same on all of them. Yeah. And then Cleveland game. So yeah, those are the lines on all the sports books for the same players. So yeah, that's what we're locking in here. If you thought you were clever by fast forwarding to the end, and now you're like, oh crap, wait, which direction, which ones were you looking at? Shame on you. You've been trapped. Go back to the beginning, click play, and stop fast forwarding my gosh dang shows. We are riding a crazy win streak. If you have won a ton of money and you've not upgraded yet, then you don't understand the point of what this show's about. It's about teaching you how to use the app that was designed to have you win more and lose less. I've clearly shown you how it works because we have made you a ton of money in the last 2 weeks. So now that you understand how to use it because you're paying attention to what I'm saying, you now upgrade your account, get full access, get into the Discord channel, and see 16,000 other members sharing, not sharing winning screenshots, which that's what they're doing. I was going to say sharing what they're finding from the app every single day. So you're never in this by yourself. You have thousands of other people that are also using the same app you're using, and you're just comparing notes. Hey, what do you guys think about this play? I like this. Do you guys like this? Feedback, all that stuff. That's the best perk about having the Discord community. In order to do that, you got to get in there. Because of all the money I've made you, it's now time for you to click that upgrade button, which you can do 2 ways on your app, kind of right where my face is. You're going to see a button that says upgrade to unlock full access to the app in the Discord. You can tap directly on that banner, or you just click your profile option on the desktop site. There's a little human silhouette icon in the top right you see on my screen. You can click on that to go to your profile page, but that icon on the app is on the far left. Tap on that and then click the upgrade button. Time for you guys to get into premium now that you've seen the light, seen all the money that we make on a daily basis, but also all the money that I've made you in the last 2 weeks and every single gosh dang thing that we talk about on the show. Good luck, guys. Lock it in, do the bare minimum, and get in the gosh dang Discord. We'll see you guys later.